Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be ranking every LEGO Ninjago Legacy 2021 minifigure that has been revealed. We're going to be getting 9 Legacy sets in 2021 on January 1st. They have been officially confirmed for that date on the LEGO Store's website, and you can find all of these images on their website, and that's where I'm getting all of these crisp HD images of the minifigures. So we're going to go over each of the minifigs, and in this whole wave we get 26 minifigures in total, but the only thing is 8 of those minifigures are ones that we have already received in previous sets, so I'm not going to be including those in this ranking because it feels a bit repetitive and I want to keep it to the brand new 2021 minifigures, but I still will show those minifigures probably right now as I'm talking. They'll be showing as well, but that leaves us with 18 minifigures to rank in this video. And keep in mind as well, this is all my personal opinion, so don't worry, you can leave your own lists of course down below and let me know what are your thoughts on these minifigures and what do you think I should change about my list once you've heard it. But for now, we're gonna get straight into it here with number 18. Alright, so the first minifigure that we have here is from set number 71730, the Epic Battle Set Kai vs Skulkin, and the one that we have here is the Skulkin, and this one is Whiplash here, and you might not at first glance think that this is a new minifigure because we have gotten Whiplash in the Legacy line, but it actually is a new variant of him with brand new face printing on it. It just is slightly changed. They've altered the mouth a little bit, and they've added some extra lines around the eyes, so it's not the most major change, and that's why this one's at the bottom. And also the skeletons just aren't like some of my favorite designs. They always feel less like minifigures and more like their own sort of thing, so I always don't really like them as much as standard minifigures, but I still do like the design of this one, but it just doesn't feel like the most necessary upgrade, but still a welcome one. Then the next minifigure that we have here is from set number 71732, the Epic Battle Set J vs Serpentine, and the minifigure that we have here is the Serpentine from the Hypno Bride Ratla, and I honestly like this minifigure quite a bit. It's just that up against some of the other ones, because for this whole line of minifigures, I don't really feel like there's necessarily any bad ones, and I actually really like the majority of them, so that's why this one's still lower on the list, but I still do like the design of it. I like how they've changed up the color scheme, the primary color scheme of Ratla to kind of that lighter blue, I would say, more so than the original like white coloring of him. So I do like that, and I think the eyes just look so crazy in the expression as well. I really love the amount of emotion they were able to pack into that, and then the printing on the legs and the torso looks pretty great as well, and I feel like it's a pretty great minifigure because you can get it in an affordable set as well, so I like this one quite a bit. Alright, now the next minifigure that we have here is from set 71738, Zane's Titan Mech, and this one is Gultar right here, and I really like the updated designs for the ghosts in Legacy. I'm so glad that we're getting into Possession because that was one of the primary Ninjago waves that I wound up missing out on getting any of the sets for, so I'm very excited that they're doing this. That's one of the reasons why I loved Hidden Side so much, was that I love designs for ghosts, and I really like the designs for Ninjago. I love the half ninja mask that they're using on this guy in the black. I like also the legs that they're using there. I think those look really fantastic as well, or that mold I suppose, because it's not of course traditional legs. I like the torso printing as well, and then I also just like the face print. Overall, I just feel like it's a really well done minifigure with a great amount of detail. Now the next minifigure that we have here is actually included in 2 sets of this wave, and those include set number 71735, the Tournament of Elements, and then we have set 71736, the Boulder Blaster, and this one here is Izor, and I think that Izor honestly has a really great design. It leaves it open for a lot of really fantastic printing. I love of course the snake print on his face. I think that looks really well done, and then the torso and the legs also have quite a bit of detail as well. That's kind of something that I complain about on some of the later minifigures, is kind of some of the lack of printing on some of them. But what kind of takes this one down for me is just the character. Izor, of course, isn't really a main character who I think a lot of people are like huge fans of, and that goes for me as well. I think he has some cool printing to him, but it's just not one that I'm as interested in. But still, I can definitely appreciate the amount of detail. Alright, now we've got a very exciting minifigure here from set number 71735, the Tournament Development set, and this one here is Gravis. They are finally expanding the Elemental Masters minifigures, and I'm so glad that we finally have this guy in minifigure form. Now, the main disappointing thing, just to get it out of the way, is the lack of leg printing here. Within the show, he has some really great leg printing in it, and they didn't really replicate that here in the minifigures, so that is a bit disappointing, and it makes it look a little bit out of place with just having the standard one color legs. But I do like the torso print. I honestly think they did a pretty good job of replicating that here, and I like, of course, his headpiece as well. I think that's a really good use of that and fits perfectly, and then the face print looks pretty good as well. I think overall it's a really great minifigure, and it's kind of just the excitement that we're finally getting this figure in actual physical minifigure form, so that's really exciting, of course. So overall, I'd say it's still a pretty good minifig. The next minifigure that we have here is included in two sets, and those are set number 71733, the Epic Battle Set Cole vs. Ghost Warrior, and then we have it included in set number 71738, Zane's Titan Mech, and this one that we have here is the Ghoul Archer, and I think that this minifigure honestly looks fantastic, and it's mainly because of that headpiece there, or the ninja mask, I suppose. I think that just looks fantastic in that new coloring there. I love the dark blue and the dark purple together. I think that just looks amazing, and it leaves it open to being able to make like really cool custom ninjas as well, which I really love. So that's probably honestly my favorite part of this minifigure, is that you're getting that piece in that color now, and I think that's amazing. And then of course, once again, the same sort of comments that I gave for Ghoultar. I really love the printing on the torso, the face, and then also the legs as well, or that mold at the bottom, which I can't really think of a proper name for it, but I really love how that looks. I think it's overall just a really fantastic figure. Alright, next up here we have one from set number 71735, the Tournament Developments, and once again a new Elemental Master here, and this is Bolobo here. Now, I know this one probably has some of the most complaints that come along with it, but I honestly have to say I still do like the minifigure here, but I can recognize that there are some inaccuracies from the original design of Bolobo within the show. Of course, he's not really showing all of his like actual body. On his chest, he's actually wearing a full outfit, so they didn't really do a good job of replicating that here, but I get it. They kind of want to differentiate it from that original design while still keeping it as the same character, kind of just making it new for legacy, I suppose. And even though we didn't get an original minifigure for Bolobo, I kind of can see what LEGO is doing, but I think fans would have just preferred a very accurate version of him. And then what's interesting as well is that they're actually using a face from Hidden Side, which is actually the main sort of male character's face, so that's really interesting as well. It's kind of a weird choice on their part there, because the eyebrows do not match up with what Bolobo's eyebrows actually look like, so that's a little bit disappointing as well. But I would say overall it's still a good minifigure, and I really like the design of Bolobo, so I think I'm just a little bit partial to this one. So overall I'd still say it's a good figure, but just with a few inaccuracies. Now the next minifigure that we have here is from set number 71732, the Epic Battle Set Jay vs. Serpentine, and this one here is Jay, and I think that he looks really great in this outfit. Honestly, it's a very unique design that they chose to do here, and I'm not sure if we'll ever see these outfits from the Epic Battle Sets within the series, because of course they don't really do episodes now based off of Legacy, so I'm not sure if we'll ever get to see these in action within the actual TV show, but I do like them within the context of the sets, and I think the amount of printing here and the detail is really great as well. And Jay's going with a little bit of a sleeveless look as well, and then the half mask and the hair, it's a good way to get Jay's hair in a cheap and affordable set as well, which is really nice. So I would say overall it's a really cool minifigure. Alright, next up here we have a minifigure from set number 71735, the Tournament Development set, and this one is the last Elemental Master that we have here from the new wave, and this one is Jacob Pefschner right here, and I have to say that he is definitely my favorite one. I'd say that he's definitely the most accurate one from what I can see from his original appearance within the series. I love the torso printing here. I think it just looks fantastic, and then I also like these short legs as well in that coloring there of the teal. I think that looks really great as well, and I would say his hair looks good also. Now the only sort of inaccuracy that I can really recognize, or a large one, is that the sunglasses now, or the glasses, are just in a star shape without like the actual round circle around them, which is how he appeared in the original show. So they changed that a little bit, but it's such a minor change and it's one that I don't mind at all. So I would say that it still looks really great and really accurate as well. So overall, it's a fantastic figure. Alright, next up here we've got a minifigure from set number 71742, and this is the Overlord Dragon, and here we have the Overlord himself, now in a new, more accurate version, I would say, to his original appearance, and I love this minifigure. I would honestly have to say I might like this one more than the new Legacy Overlord version. I think that it just looks so great. I love the helmet piece that they're using for him as well, and then I also love the torso printing. I know you can't see too much of it from this exact photo of the minifigure, but I still think that it just looks fantastic. I really love the amount of detail that they're packing into it, and I like the leg piece as well, that ghost sort of piece that they're using there. I think that looks really good, and it's just overall fantastic. I love the expression on the face also. I think that looks really great, and it's just amazing. I really love that they went for a more accurate look here for the Overlord, and this definitely isn't something that they had to do, but I'm happy that they gave him a new design here for Legacy, so it's definitely a really great look. Next up here we've got a minifigure from set number 71735, the Tournament Developments, and this one here is Lloyd in his Legacy golden outfit here. Now this is of course the new sort of limited edition version of Lloyd in his golden outfit, and that's why this one out of the golden outfits is the lowest ranked one, and that's just because we've seen Lloyd multiple times in different variations of his golden costumes, so I think that it's just not anything too new, and also the hairpiece isn't anything exclusive to the minifigure. It's just something that we're going to be getting in season 14. With the other ninja, I like that they get exclusive head wraps as well, so this one's kind of lacking in that sort of division as well, which is kind of funny that the most lacking one, at least in my opinion, is the actual golden ninja within the show, so it's kind of interesting in that sort of way, but I still do like the printing on the torso and the legs. I honestly think it looks really fantastic, and I love how it matches up really well with the other ninja also, so I like that quite a bit. I like the use of the armor piece as well, or the shoulder piece. I think that looks really good, so I'd say overall it's still of course a fantastic minifigure, but it's just the one that I would say is the most lacking out of the golden suits. Then the next one that we have here is from set number 71730, the epic battle set Kai vs. Skulkin, and this one that we have here is Kai himself, and I think that he looks fantastic in this minifigure. I have to say, this one has grown on me a lot as I've looked through the images more and more. I'd say that at the start I thought that this one was still a cool figure, but now I think that it's just an amazing one. I think it has such a cool design, and I really do like almost the simplicity of it. I think it fits really well, and it kind of almost makes me think of almost like a blacksmith's uniform for Kai with the torso printing there. I don't know what it is, just kind of makes me think of something like that, and I like the hairpiece as well. Of course we are getting that in the season 14 sets, but it's still nice to see it here in a cheap and affordable set as well, and I like the leg printing also. I think that looks pretty good as well, so I'd say overall it's just a fantastic, really affordable minifigure. Now we've got a minifigure from set number 71733, the epic battle set Cole vs. Ghost Warrior, and this one here is Cole himself, and I love this minifigure here. I think that this one is one of my favorites, of course, as it is higher up in the ranking here. I think that Cole just looks amazing. I love the orange ninja wrap piece there, the half mask. I think that looks really great. His hair piece as well looks fantastic. Of course, we've seen that previously, but I still wanted to point it out. And then the torso and leg printing looks really great as well, with a great amount of detail there, kind of the opposite to Kai, where I think this one just has such great detail there, and it almost looks like Cole's kind of wearing a mummy wrap underneath his outfit. I don't know what it is about that. I like the design of it. It just looks a little bit odd in that sort of way, but still, I think it's an amazing looking Cole figure. Alright, next up here we have a minifigure from set number 71738, Zane's Titan Mech, and the one that we have here is Jay in his legacy golden outfit right here, and I love that they are using the head wraps from like their specific primary season. Of course, that is the Prime Empire ninja wrap right there, and I think that it looks fantastic in that gold and blue coloring. I really do love the design of that, and the torso and the legs look really great, of course matching up really well with all of the other ninja in their golden outfits. So I like that quite a bit. You have a lot of continuity there, and then the armor piece as well, using that one from Prime Empire, is just really great. I love the idea of these. I never would have really thought of LEGO doing that with the sort of golden outfits, but I really love it, and I think it turned out really well. Now we've got a minifigure from set number 71731, and this is the epic battle set Zane vs. Nindroid, and this minifigure here, of course, is Zane, and I think that he looks really amazing in this one. He's my favorite out of the epic battle sets. I think that his design just looks so fantastic, and it's really great that we have a cheap and affordable way of getting that titanium Zane hairpiece, which I really love, and the torso and the leg printing has got to be the most detailed, I would have to say. I really love the amount of just printing that they have there, and the colors that they're using. The white and the silver work really well together, and then of course his face looks really good. I love that half ninja mask there. I think that looks great in that blue coloring there. I think it just looks amazing. It matches up really well with his hands also, so I like that quite a bit. It brings a nice little highlight to the figure, so overall I would just say it has an amazing design. Alright, now we've made it into the top 3 here, and the one that we have at number 3 is from set number 71738, the Zane's Titan Mech set, and the one that we have here is Zane himself, and I think that he just looks fantastic in this new Legacy outfit here. We are still yet to get a Legacy 2 version of Zane, so I hope we do wind up getting that eventually, but for a Legacy 3 version here, I think that it looks really amazing. I love the matching up of the 2 seasons. I think it just looks really great together, and I love just the colors that they have here. It just enables for such a sleek design for the minifigure. I love the black and the white, and then the little highlights of the blue I think look really nice, kind of giving it almost a really high-tech sort of look, I would say, just in my opinion at least. I think that's what it kind of gives off, and I really love that a lot, and it fits Zane, of course, really well, so I would just say it's probably just one of my favorites. Alright, now in the number 2 spot here we have a minifigure from set number 71736, the Boulder Blaster, and this one that we've got here is Kai in his Legacy golden suit, and I think it's just such an amazing minifigure. I really only have one minor complaint with this one, and it is just that on the actual torsos, I feel like the fabric sort of printing looks like it is in a pink color scheme, like his belt and his little things around his knees. I feel like that looks more pink than red, so I'm not as big of a fan of that, but I think the overall minifigure just looks so great. I love the red and the gold going together. I think that just matches up really well, and as I've said with all the previous golden suits, the amount of detail that they pack into these figures is just phenomenal. I think it looks so amazing, and I really like the use of the Legacy 1 ninja mask as well. I think that looks really great also, so I just love this minifigure so much, and I think it's gotta be one of the best. Alright, now in the number 1 spot here, we actually have the only new minifigure from this set, and that is set number 71737, the X1 Ninja Charger, and that is Cole in his legacy golden suit. I love this minifigure. I mean, words can almost not describe how much I love this figure. I think it just looks amazing. The amount of detail on this one, and the way that they've matched up the Master of the Mountain with this golden suit just looks fantastic. I love the armor piece in the gold there. I think that looks great. I love the helmet in the colors that Cole is rocking there. I think it just looks fantastic, and it matches up so well. The black and the gold just looks amazing together. At first, when I took a glance at these new golden suits, I actually think I thought that Kai was probably going to be my favorite, but I honestly have to say I think Cole just looks fantastic, and the Master of the Mountain helmet, just the mold for it, I always have loved from that season, and I think it just looks so great here in that golden coloring. And then just the printing on the torso and the legs looks fantastic. I just love it so much. I think it just looks so amazing, and the amount of detail here is just fantastic, and I just love it so much. And you can really tell that LEGO knows that it's a great figure, because it's basically carrying this set on its own because it's the only new figure from it. So I love that so much as well, and I just gotta say, it's definitely my favorite figure of this new wave. Okay, so that's going to conclude this ranking here of every new minifigure for LEGO Ninjago Legacy 2021, at least for the sets that are releasing on January 1st, and there were so many minifigures to go over. I know this might have been a more lengthy video, but I hope you still did enjoy. I wanted to share my full thoughts on all of these figures and give you my in-depth ranking as well, so I hope you did enjoy the video. Be sure to let me know all of your rankings in the comment section down below as well. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts and opinions as well. And once again, keep in mind this is all just my personal opinion, so feel free to just let me know what are your critiques on my list, where do you think I should have moved stuff around, let me know all of that as well, or if I missed out on any specific details that I should have talked about, let me know at that also. So just thanks so much for checking out the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you want to see future LEGO videos, and yeah, I will see you all next time, so always remember, keep on collecting.